I got it.
Onthebuzzer.com. We're back. Here we go. NCAA college football week 8 recap. Let's go.
Let's do this.
Let's go. Ramik, our resident college football expert, went 3 for 10 this week. What do you have to say about them?
I know what I have to say.
Improvement.
I think our resident college football expert nailed his lock of the week once again.
I say, why don't you just pick the lock of the week and not pick the other game?
Because as I approach the lock of the week, I make a lot of mistakes leading up to it. And then once I get to it, I know that this is the lock of the week.
So why don't we start with your lock of the week right away?
Let's do this. Go ahead. What's the lock of the week?
It's your lock.
Let's go. What's the lock of the week?
I don't know what the lock of the week is. I don't know what the lock is. What's your lock? What's the one? Well, you only got.
Who's on first, dude? Let's go.
Let's go. Let's start off with one of the games that was a big upset. Number 2 South Florida going down at Rutgers. I picked it. What do you have to say about that?
If I was here taping with you guys last week, if you had invited me, I would have picked it as well.
You were on probation.
I'm
You could
sorry.
have mailed in your pick.
But everybody could have seen that one coming a mile away. Our resident college football expert didn't.
In fact,
Who did you pick?
I picked Rutgers.
Really?
Yeah.
Where'd you pick that?
In my head
Oh, is that right?
and in my heart.
And
South
plus,
Florida.
if you go on the website, I never picked that game.
He didn't. He's right. South Florida, thanks for coming. We'll see you in the Cookie Bowl later on in the year. Let's talk about USC at the Irish. Eddie, Mark Sanchez. What are we whistling? USC fight song.
Yeah.
How's it going? USC favored by 17.5. Ed, you said they weren't going to cover. They hand the Irish their worst loss ever.
Well, here's the problem. I thought that they would cover, but I did a little reverse psychology on them, and I said they're not going to cover.
It worked.
So they'll blow them out. Dare I say USC is back, guys? Now, here's the... You okay?
Beating somebody 38-zip, I don't care who
who
it
It's Irish.
That is a solid performance.
Yeah.
You just feel bad because they beat your UCLA Bruins. That's why.
I don't really care about that. Like, fire Carl Durrell, fire Carl Durrell.
First of all, let's not get to that.
Yeah,
We'll
let's not come to
get to that in a second. But going back to USC, solid performance. I don't know about you guys, but there's no quarterback controversy as far as I'm concerned. Next week at Oregon, Dirty Sanchez is going to be in the lineup again.
That's the test right there.
I better not see Booty coming in. And I heard Booty say that, you know, I don't know of a player who loses his starting position due to an injury, this and that. That's all BS.
That's everybody. Everybody loses their starting position.
I don't know.
because
That's
of injuries.
BS.
Wally Pipp took a day off.
That's all.
Yeah.
Booty's been taking a couple of days off.
Yeah.
Let's move on. You know, we didn't pick this game because the spread wasn't out in time. But the Bruins, Carl Durrell, fire Carl Durrell, fire
It's
Carl
vintage,
Durrell, blah, blah,
vintage,
blah.
vintage.
Show us up and win. So are they a good team or not? That's what
This is what
I
I want to hear from UCLA. And this is coming from a UCLA alum.
We're good.
No, I don't want to hear
Was
hate.
it before or after you went to Princeton?
That was after.
And what about Dartmouth? When was that?
Before.
And then what about Yale?
After.
Okay.
What about the game?
The people
During.
don't know.
I don't want to hear UCLA.
What about LA County Jail?
Let's go, baby.
I don't want to hear UCLA come out and say like, hey, we're 4-0 in the Pac-10. We're 4-0 in the Pac-10.
I'm hearing the
I don't want to hear it.
Well, you're hearing it.
I don't want to hear it, dude. I want you to be 4-0 in the BCS.
Just do earmuffs right now.
Alright, I'm gonna do it. It's like, come on, man. Like, give me a break
All
here.
I know is I said that they're the most inconsistent team in the nation for the last 4 years. And it just proves my point. You know, they go and beat a team that they have no business beating. And frankly, you know, they're going to end up laying an egg somewhere down the line. And everyone's going to look, oh my God, but we beat Cal, we did this, we did that. And I'm not hating on UCLA, all right? I want them to succeed. Listen, I don't care. The better they are, the better it is for USC when they beat them, all right?
Pac-10.
So all I know
I
is
think Cal might
very
be the most
inconsistent.
inconsistent team right now.
No, they're pretty consistent. They've lost 2 in a row.
They suck too, Cal.
Let's talk about
the Pac-10 just didn't have a good weekend.
Let's talk about a big game this
Yes,
weekend. Tim Tebow, Florida, favored by 6.5. They go to Kentucky and they pull it out. Edge, you picked this one.
I did pick this one, and it wasn't an easy one to pick.
Oh, tell us about it.
Well, it was a must-win for Florida. They already had 2 losses. You knew they had to come through. And let me tell you, man, Team Tebow is a stud.
Are they the best team in college football right now?
No, they're not.
Are they top 3?
I'd say LSU might be.
They're
the best
definitely
team.
top 5.
Yeah.
Definitely top 5.
I agree.
But let me tell you, man, Florida is going to be a team to be reckoned with for a long time.
I agree. Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer, Team Tebow's a freshman, if I'm not mistaken, isn't
He
he?
is not.
Are you sure?
I am very sure
What
because
is he?
he played in the national title game last year.
He's a sophomore. He was a freshman last year.
I'm still not sold on that.
Let's
go with it.
Let's just go with it. Let's talk about another
You
couple.
sure he
big
played
games.
last year?
Auburn at
You're like tight
LSU,
end or
guys.
something.
Auburn at LSU.
Big ball less.
Big balls
LSU favored by 10.
Balls less.
And
Big balls left.
They squeak it out.
Big balls
24.
left. Sit down, sit down.
They squeak one out 24-30. Ed, I don't know what to say about it.
Well, then don't say anything at all.
That's why I'm quiet.
Well, okay, okay, one of these days,
You're gonna
this
get one
big
right.
ball less thing is like, he's gonna blow it, all right? And frankly, you know, I mean, to take a shot at the end zone with 8 seconds left, this and that, I don't know, man. I mean, there was barely a second left on the clock when they made that completion. Don't put your finger on me, I'll break it.
That's Pete Carroll territory right there.
It is.
You should appreciate that.
I do, I'm saying I'm all about big balls.
The funny thing is that if Dave Wanstead tried to do this last week or the week before, he was crucified.
Well, the problem is because he's never gotten
That's
any of it, he's never done a thing right. I mean,
Yeah.
it's one thing to do it and get it right.
But what if he had done it right? Then would we be like big ball
I
wanting?
don't know, why are we talking about Wanstead?
What ifs? Yeah, who cares about Dave
I
Wanstead?
care.
This is
He's
why
my uncle.
this is why you were here last week.
Let's talk about Oregon at Washington. Oregon with a nice tune-up against Washington. They pounded by about 21 points. We got the pick wrong too. I'm gonna say we. You got the pick wrong.
Well, listen,
too.
the Huskies tied the game at 24, and they were in the game. If they could stop a freaking running back, this Jonathan Stewart, he almost came to SC, but you know, he went to Oregon instead, which was a good move. He's getting a lot of PT. And listen, the guy's a stud, and Washington had a chance, man. They just blew it. I mean, it was a 14-point, 13-point spread.
Yeah.
There was tied late, and you know, they blew it.
I'm just looking forward to this game next weekend.
Yeah, let's not get into the preview yet. That's coming
That's
up.
another reason why you weren't here last week.
Let's talk
Let
about,
him do his
let's talk
job.
about Vanderbilt at South Carolina. Your Gamecocks disappointing. Number 6 now.
Against Vanderbilt.
I know.
I'm glad that happened because South Carolina has no business being in the top 10.
Now
first
we
of
know
all.
for sure.
Spurrier's doing it
He's
though.
a good guy, Spurrier.
He's all right.
I like
He's
him.
a good guy.
But
He's a
you
good
got
coach.
no
He's a good guy.
reason losing to Vanderbilt.
No,
At
they
home.
don't. They don't.
At home?
They don't. Not only should they not have lost, they should have crushed them by 25 points.
Yeah.
The rule is you don't lose to academic institutions.
That is a good rule. Let's talk about, I think this was your lock edge. Texas Tech at number 15, Missouri. Missouri favored by 3.5 at home, and they lit them up.
Pounded.
41-10.
Guys, on the website, when you see that little lock, the padlock,
Don't try to
that's
open
my
it.
lock. You don't open it. It's only for me to open.
What's the
For you guys to
combination?
watch. It's a key, you dumbass.
Alright. Well, that's all we got for you. Stay tuned for our week 9 preview. College football, it's flying by. Isn't it?
Are we going to talk at all about Oregon USC, or are we going to leave that for the preview?
Recap is the games that happened last week. Preview is the games that
I didn't ask for the
happened.
definition. This idiot, about 20 seconds ago, started talking about it.
Remember what I was talking
Next one. When we reshoot in 3 minutes right now, we'll talk about it then.
I'm
Alright,
not
but
talking about it now.
But let's pretend like we're just it's another day.
Quick, change your clothes.
Change your underwear.
Alright, onthebuzzer.com. Catch the preview.